Hey guys, it's John from Eastern Hot Rodder and
Bill from Flat Broke Garage.
and today we're gonna go look at the ugliest car I could find on Facebook. And it's this car just literally kept popping up for the last couple months, poking me in the eye, and first time I clicked off it, I was horrified and clicked off it as soon as possible. And finally,
What are you eating, butterscotch?
no, it's a maple frosted
Oh.
donut. We're at Dunkin' Donuts in Ellijay, and I decided to look at it a little closer. It's an old Kustom, and the reason I'm going to look at it isn't because of how ugly the front end is. We'll show you a picture of that, and you'll see it when we get there. But the car's been sectioned about 3 or 4 inches, and it was done a long, long time ago. And the seller's saying it was done right, so it's got quad headlights and an ugly grill in it. But looking past that, I think we might be able to de-ugly it. If we can't de-ugly it, and it's worse than I'm thinking it's going to be, I think it's probably going to be worse.
I think when you look at something in the pictures, and if it's ugly, it's gonna be way worse.
Yeah.
So
we don't have a lot of hope that we're going to be dragging this thing home, but we're going to go check it out. This is an older build. As far as we can tell, it was built somewhere in the Northeast. We don't know by who or when
late
exactly.
60s, maybe early
I'm
70s.
guessing that.
Yeah.
It's been redone. I found an old picture online that kind of was on the ham, and I'll put a picture of that up here too. And it's just been neglected, and
it's been
ugly. Man.
It's been fugly.
It's really bad.
It's really been fugly.
So it's like one of those things. We're going to look at it. It's like going to look at a train wreck. We got to go look at it. So,
You can't help. You can't unsee it though either. So
plus the guy seems pretty cool, and he says he's got other stuff for sale. So we're going to check out maybe some tools or something. We'll get
it's a nice
something.
day.
And it's nice out. Yeah.
It's the last day of what, 2024?
Yeah, this is
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So
Oh.
this is probably the last car I'm going to attempt to buy,
This
or
year.
at least look at this year.
Let's get out there and see what he's got.
All right.
All right, man.
All right, we're here, and this is the car. It's got a very funky front end treatment. That's a 58 to 60 Corvette, and I believe the bumpers are 67, 68 Camaro, and they were cut and spliced on the side. Now, I found an old picture of this car before this treatment was done, and it looked a little cleaner. It had this bumper was mounted down low off of tabs that put it underneath that opening there. It's got a metal flake paint job. It's funny, they went through all this. Look how they shaped this. This is really cool. Somebody's going to have to know about this car, because somebody put a lot of love into this car at one time. That's just a stick-on chrome trim going down the side there. It's got the lake pipes, and you can see that door is shorter. They took a section out right about there and shrunk it down, and they did the same thing above the fender, so you can see how that wheel well is closer to the top than a regular 50 to 51.4, 49 to 51.4. And they took it out of the back as well. Now, let me open the door here. You can see right here is where the cut was made. So there was a section taken out here. They did a nice job grinding that and filling that in. It's actually almost not perceivable. And right there, I think, is where the cut was made to go through here. And they did. That's old bodywork. You can see nothing showing through. So it's good solid work that they did. It's got T-bird buckets and the wraparound rear seat. I think that this car was probably built in sometime in the 70s originally, and then updated sometime maybe in the 90s. Now, what's crazy is I'm in the trunk, and you can't see where it was cut. It has so much heavy sound deadener sprayed in there and sealant. I popped this side so you can see. Shaved the door handles. And on this one, you can see here, there's that stitch welding again. And I think this was a New England car. And inside there, I don't know, I'll have to look at the video, but I'm hoping you can see where it was stitch welded there. There's a weld. There's a cut there, it looks like, where they moved that down. Let's see. Yep, there. You can see right there. That's where it was cut through. That's some not great welding there. Missed a few spots. But it's got aftermarket heat and air, or not air, aftermarket heat. It'd be nice to have in my little red truck. And it's got a I Did It column. It's been rewired with painless. So it's had some good upgrades through the years. So this is a nice aftermarket wheel, smaller diameter. It's got a tilt wheel in it. No headliner. So that's some work done here. I wonder if they took some peak out of the roof. Let's see if we can notice any kind of. Looks like somebody did some welding there. Yeah, there's some restructuring there. They lowered the back window or something. I wonder what they did there. That's pretty interesting. I'm gonna go around and pop the door and go around the other side and check that one out again. Trunk release is a cable. There's the trunk area. You could say they Frenched the plate in slightly, just made a flat on there. Built a roll pan on the back to get rid of the bumper. Check out those peak taillights. Those are cool. That's a pretty cool thing. Now, in here, you can see they eliminated the gas door. That's where that was. And there's the stitch. There it is. Okay. No, maybe not. Nope, that's not the stitch. I don't know where they stitched that, cut that part. I can't see it anywhere. But the battery's back here now, which sucks. If you have dead battery, you can't open your door to get to the trunk cable to release the trunk. Let me go around to the passenger side and take a look at that. And then we'll pop the hood. So in here, look at that already, but I want to look at that back panel. Yeah, there's some welding there, but it's not cut all the way through like the other side. Huh, I wonder if they, you know what? Does that roof look like it's leaned back more? Did they rake the windshield? Maybe? Guys, if you know these shoe boxes, put a comment in there. Does that look like it's been raked back? It's hard to see. The light's not good here. Something's cut there. See, it just comes off. It's like, was this a sedan that somebody hardtopped? Maybe? Or was it a convertible that somebody put a roof on? Something strange there. You never know when it comes to the custom world. This is an interesting car. It's pretty solid underneath. Now, let me find out where the hood latch is and I'll get this hood open. I'll show you what's under the hood. But that's just it's like a cross between a warthog and a Simpson cartoon or something, I don't know. But I think a lot can be done to make this car cool. It is kind of cool already. Yeah, I'm thinking that this might have been laid back. A little crack there. And the hood's been pancaked. Normally there's a pretty good sized dome here. And I think it was more than just the way they blended this nose in. I think you could do something with these headlights. Maybe cut this back and bring it in a little bit more. Use a couple different trim pieces, maybe out of another 50s car or an early 60s piece to get that, to suck that back in or something. Or maybe 55 Chevy bumper and parking lights would do it justice or something. I don't know. But man, it needs some love. Now I gotta go back around and open that, shut that a little harder. So I think a lot can be done with this car by just cleaning it up and reshaping some of the stuff in the front. I really like the fact that it's sectioned. I should have brought a tape measure. It almost looks like it might have been wedge sectioned. But I think drop the S end way down, maybe throw some skirts on it, get it all in satin black and some white walls in the front. We'll probably do this justice. All that custom work done here to get that shape. That's a lot of compound curves and building up metal and everything. And they've cut structure out here. They did some stuff here, but I'm sure they can't see it in there. But I'm pretty sure they did some work in there. But power disc brakes, well, power brakes, I'm sorry. I think it's still drum all around. a 350 combo. Some nice little shorty headers. Stock suspension, still a stock frame and stuff to this car. It's just been heavily modified on the outside. I'm guessing early 70s, maybe in the 60s originally. But that's just stick-on chrome. I would peel that right off. It's an interesting car. That rake on the windshield, I got to look into that because that looks like it's leaned back. I think they didn't chop it, but they did something. Yeah, see, that's modified there. That's why this is, that window's about ready to fall out because it's missing the bracket for it. He said it's good and reliable too. He's driven to Florida. We're in North Georgia, so it's hours to Florida. It's a pretty cool car in a funky car kind of way. It's kind of a neat old find, really. I think the car's got a lot of potential. It's got what looks to be maybe an S10 rear or something in the back. You could drop it really easy, just to put some blocks. You can, comes with a cat in the trunk. But yeah, that latch is good. Dual exhaust. Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. So there it is, guys. I thought, like I said, it's one of the ugliest cars on Facebook, but there's just something cool about it. I think a little bit of retro, we'll call it, retro updating to make it more old school again. You can make this back into the Kustom somebody loved back in the 60s or 70s. The T-Bird wraparound seat's cool. The buckets are cool. And the more I look at it, I hate to say it, the more I look at it, the more I like the idea of the funky headlights. But something has to be done with that grille and bumper arrangement. Let me know what you guys think. And if anybody knows what this car is, I'll stick a picture of what it used to look like up that I found on the ham. And maybe someone will recognize it. We can find out who built it. Is this a missing Alexander's Brothers car? Is this a Dean Jeffries job? Or is it just a backyard job? Judging by the welding I've seen on it, I'm going to say it was probably a backyard job. Maybe not a backyard, but not a pro like some of those other guys. But it is a cool old Kustom that's still kicking. Yeah, we're gonna go for a ride in this thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's been laid back. I see there's a weld there. And you got out of Louisiana? Yeah. Really?
Yes, I should. Cruising on the coast. I'll never take those stickers off when I...
That's pretty cool. Fired right up.
Yeah, I hadn't driven in a few days. It's been... This is last weekend.
This car's got a lot of stories to tell, for sure.
I need some earplugs.
I saw the mufflers were rotted out. Like that old pickup is cool too, man. He's got the Chevy version at his house, and he's a Ford guy. He goes, maybe we should trade him. It's got aftermarket heat added too. Goes down the road easy. Yeah, it goes down the road pretty good. Lincoln that he's got hiding in the barn.
Oh, let me show you this.
Oh,
This is something you don't see every day.
oh, check that out.
My dad built this. It's actually, it's about a 65 horsepower tractor engine.
Holy crap! With a Flowmaster muffler,
That's high tech.
a gas tank big enough to drive it
Your dad wasn't honest.
Well,
all the way to Florida without stopping.
Well, here's the deal.
So this is
Check out the wheels on it.
Well,
Oh, it's an inverter.
Oh, it's a generator.
so
No kidding. Check that out.
he didn't
pretty
want
cool.
he didn't want his generator always up at the house, but
Right.
he wanted to be able to get it up to the house if he had like an ice storm or something.
Yeah, right.
So he made these wheels and welded a flap on them.
Oh, it's chain driven.
And,
Oh, it's electric motor runs it.
and yeah, so I've got the carburetor off of it now, but yeah, you crank it up, you turn your starts powering your generator.
Yeah.
And you just take your plug and you plug your electric motor in, which the plug's
Oh, there it is, right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
You plug that into your generator, and then this is your steer. Like you hit this button to go forward and reverse.
Really?
You got a forward and reverse control.
Check that out, man. That's really cool.
There's your steering.
It's Fred Flintstone.
And it'll cut right through on the.
That thing's really cool.
But he,
Necessity is the mother
This
of
is
invention.
true agricultural engineering. No wonder he has a big gas tank on it.
Yeah.
and
That
then
is
he
neat.
would. If
You need
there was
that.
That's
ever
pretty
a
cool.
power
You need
outage
that.
or something like that. He'd go out down to the shop and drive.
Wow. This is nice shop.
It's a nice big shop.
See? This is what I like. Here's the Lincoln.
Oh man. Check that out.
Look at this.
They didn't make many of these. These things, Ford lost money on every one of these they sold.
Wow.
Wow, this is.
This year it's a 57, and they only made 444.
Wow.
57.
Really?
56 they made about 2,500, and then that was total production.
They only did them for 2 years. I know it was a real limited run. Wow. So this is a 57.
Yep.
Man, it's a rare car.
Power steering, power brakes, power windows, even the power vent windows, power antenna.
Is it really?
Yeah.
This was the car that gave the
Air
Eldorados
conditioning.
and stuff a run for their money. This is Lincoln's answer to Cadillac. Look at these beautiful taillights. I love the taillights on them.
Yeah.
That's where the gas. Look at that complicated mechanism for the fuel fill. How freaking cool is that?
Did you see the fuel filler?
Check that out, Bill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Pulls out and over to the side.
That's cool. You just. How you do it? I'll let you do it. I don't want to break it. You just kick it over.
Just drops right in.
Like a 57 Chevy got something like that.
Yeah, they had a little chrome trim moved on it. The 56 is the taillight swung out, but this is even cooler, more complicated.
And they did.
Is that a vinyl top on it?
Yeah.
It is a vinyl top.
Now,
Was that added in? I didn't think so. Okay, look at the door jambs.
Door jams.
Look at that, stainless and the door jambs. Look at the door handles, are so cool. Beautiful steering wheel, nice dash. This is pretty original.
I gotta go something with lights.
Actually, the interior's been redone.
Is it really? Okay. Wow, man, that's a heck of a car. Pretty solid too. A little fuss coming around. So it's still running?
No.
Okay. What was it? What size was the engine at? Was it big?
368 watt.
Okay. Yeah, man, this is cool. What's this little Mopar over here?
I want to get rid of it too.
That's a neat little convertible project. All right, Mopar guys, he wants to sell this too.
Everything for it. It had the slant 6 with the torque flight,
Okay.
and still got the engine transmission.
Well, that's a nice solid car to start with right there. They're a neat little car.
What is that one over there?
62, you said?
63.
63.
Plymouth Valiant.
Oh, wow.
Real solid. That's a good project for somebody.
Very cool.
And check this out. Up on the rack, he's got a nice little... What's that, a 64 truck?
58.
58, okay.
And I'm going to pull this out.
That's a neat... Oh, look at that wraparound rear window's nice on there.
Get up there and look at the engine compartment. It needs to be cleaned real good, but
Look at the... Check out the bolt pattern on the wheels.
Oh, yeah. Look at the bolt.
oh, do I not?
Interesting
bolt pattern on the wheels here. The big.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
if
I've ever
you look
seen
at
that.
the wheels, there's one laying right
So
there.
the raise. Okay, so this is like axles
They're
out of
like,
a dirt car.
Weld wheels.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad had put the wheels together, and then this is the bottom of a saucepan.
Okay. Yeah, as a hub cover.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Gotcha. And then the lugs are under
So when
here.
the wheels bolted up there, you see that, and it finishes it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is your dad.
So he's like a winner.
This was my granddad's originally. He bought it new, and my dad learned to
Still got a
drive
solid
in it,
axle,
and
disc
me and my
brakes.
brother learned to drive in it.
Going up. See, now those headlight trim bezels would look cool on that Ford out there.
Yeah.
It originally had the 292 engine. It's that yellow 292.
Oh,
that was up
okay.
on
Okay.
there. That was the
The
original
engine turn firewall.
And this is out of now it's got a 71 Cadillac 472.
There you go.
He made the inner fenders for it. And
That's pretty cool. Good torquey hot rod right there.
Oh, yeah.
it's got a 64 Ford power steering, and
It's still got the
this-
solid front
it's got
axle.
this
Just
one.
horrifying to drive.
Yeah, you bought this in high school.
This is his
like
first
welding
car.
rods
Okay, yeah.
that I've raised in, and there's a light behind here.
Oh, that's
no
cool.
kidding.
So
Yeah.
when you turn your lights on, it would glow red.
You were a trendsetter.
I
because
guess so.
They do
That
that
was
now
like-
with all the trucks.
Yeah.
So you were like that guy.
Let's see, the old Anson's or something, or they Anson style wheel on it. Chopped. How much is it chopped? Like 3 inches, maybe?
About 4 or 5 inches.
Is it really? Yeah. It's a 51?
50.
50.
It had
These
when
sport
I had
mirrors.
it, and this is how I brought it back home.
These are Ford Torino or Mustang mirrors.
Well, I'm not sure what they are, but it's like when I brought it back home, this is how it was. When I totaled it, I had a 57 Chevy 283 running gear.
Oh, really?
And before I totaled it, I pulled the engine and transmission out, and I ended up selling them to a guy.
Okay. So you wrecked this in high school, and years later, what, a couple decades later, you said,
It
huh?
was 25 years later.
And you
on
wrecked it in
Christmas
88?
Eve.
On
Yeah.
Christmas Eve?
He got it back.
Christmas Eve.
Did it-
My friend sent me a message asking if this is my
I
old
don't
car.
remember.
It's smoothed off. Look at custom
As soon as I
taillights.
saw the things in the fender.
What did
I'm
you
like,
use for the
those are-
taillights? What were the taillights out of?
I think they were out of a Cutlass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they went the other way.
Because the interior, I think the seats were also.
You smooth the deck lid,
Center
French
console.
tint taillights. Check that out.
Build this car?
No. I did some of the custom stuff to
This
it, not the major custom stuff.
Look at how it's all chopped in here and just laid in with a lot of Bondo.
Yeah.
Bondo is your friend.
I like the cut wheel wells. I love the wheels on it.
Yeah.
They'd be good. I like those the old Fentons. 68 Dodge parking lights.
I thought
This is cool.
someday I might end up doing something with it, but it's probably going to end up yard art.
Yeah, it's pretty far gone, but you can bring anything back if you want to.
This is your parts truck?
Looks like it might have burned or something. Is that plastic windows, lightweight? Look at that, nice fields of horses and everything. He's got a nice spot here. He's got some pretty cool old stuff. I'm glad he came out. Now I got to do some soul searching on that old Ford. All right, so guys, we just finished looking up at all those the guy's collection of stuff, and we're here at Biggins Barbecue in East LJ, or is it? No, this would be just regular LJ.
LJ, Georgia.
LJ, Georgia. Good place to eat if you're looking for a place. And I'm mulling over that car. I think it's got a lot of potential. I think if someone's looking to get into a radical custom car, I think you'd be hard pressed to find one running and driving for much less than that.
Yeah, I mean, it ran good and it drove well.
Yeah, it went down the road pretty good. It was fairly comfortable.
It
was-
just needs that special person.
Yeah. So the old picture, we were just looking at the old picture we found of it. It's still at door handle. So there's been a couple different mitts on the car. Whoever sectioned it did a great job. Well, good job. I don't know about great job.
Yeah.
Good job for its day anyway. And whoever
Did the door handles
did
and the poppers.
the
and-
update in the 90s or so did less than good. But it's got a lot of cool stuff done to it. I don't know if it's something I'm going to bring it home and add to my collection or not, but I think it would be a really cool car with a little bit of work. Someone could really make it pretty neat. I would go like Rat Rod Custom.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The rockabilly scene would be cool with it. Maybe flat black with some red and white pinstriping and stuff.
White
would be
walls.
really cool.
White walls and pinstripe.
Drop the back, take off some of the chrome, white walls and pinstriping.
Yeah,
and that'd be cool. But if you guys know the history of that car or know of the car, I'm pretty sure it was a New England or north of the Mason-Dixon line car anyway, originally. Put a comment in the bottom. Let's find out some details, and I'll forward it to Matthew, and he can learn the history of his car, or maybe my car if I end up deciding.
Maybe.
But it's
You still got that glimmer in your eye.
yeah, I kind of do. I can't not walk. There's something about that one.
You can't
But
not
it's-
walk away.
But either way, keep on watching, and we'll see if we bring that one home or something else. Thanks. Oh, before we go, I forgot this.
Oh,
Don't
you
forget
can
to
edit
check out.
this in.
He's gonna be. So Bill's gonna be putting it on his channel as well, so you'll see some different footage than I have. So check out Flat Broke Garage for his stuff, and he has all sorts of cool stuff. He's always resurrecting dead stuff and dead sheet metal stuff, not dead stuff as in like roadkill. There's no
real market in there.
If you did resurrect a possum, it was just plain possum anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Check out our channels, and see you on the next go round.